What up, YouTube? It's Mysteries Company. What if I said just a couple weeks ago we were all complaining, well, not all of us, but several people were complaining that we didn't get enough free stuff for the 1-year anniversary for Diablo Immortal? What if I told you that not only in addition to a brand new class, we're getting a free 5-star legendary gem and a cross-class cosmetic and weapon skin completely for free for the 1-year anniversary, and we're going to get into all of that and so much more right now. So yeah, guys, these patch notes are pretty crazy. Obviously, it is July 12th by the time you see this. The update will be coming out tomorrow. I will have a video coming out first thing in the morning of the 13th with some tips and tricks on mistakes I don't want you to make before switching to the Blood Knight. So make sure you watch that video tomorrow morning before you switch to the Blood Knight. It'll be coming out at 9 a.m. Eastern time. But this video is all about the patch notes. So first things first, on July 13th, you'll assume the mantle of the Blood Knight in Diablo Immortal by creating a new class, playing through the campaign, switching to one of the switching to one using the improved class change feature, which we'll talk about here in a second, or trying them out in the new Crimson Plane. All right, now moving on. Crimson Plane is basically going to be the Fractured Plane event, but you are the Blood Knight. You do win very select rewards, and then you have different challenges you can complete on a weekly basis while the event is live. This does give people the ability of testing out the Blood Knight before they switch. However, there is a reason why you might want to switch to the Blood Knight before you switch, and we'll talk about, or before you play this new game mode, which we'll talk about right now. So it is a 15-floor gauntlet, which we're very used to if you've played the Fractured Plane. You'll be provided a set piece of pre-selected skills for the Blood Knight. So it doesn't sound like they'll be totally random, but it'll probably be switching on a weekly basis, very similar to the Fractured Plane. And then obviously you can use your Chaos Coins. You'll be able to find gear once completing certain floors and mobs and all that kind of stuff, very similar to Fractured Plane. Now, moving on though. So every 5 floors a player completes will earn them bonus rewards for their current class. Current class is even bolded, so it's important that you look at that. And these rewards reset weekly. So floor 5 is a chaos chest, floor 10 is a chaos chest, and floor 15 is a chaos chest and a random legendary item. Now keep in mind, in the past, we have had the ability of having additional challenges unlocked after you beat the 15th floor. So I will of course be making a video to cover that if not, that is the case again. But yeah, so the other thing is completing a new task each day for up to 7 days will score you progress toward milestone rewards, such as completing 2 tasks, 10 aspirin keys, 4 tasks is 10, a wish, 1 Telluric Pearl, 6 tasks are 1 legendary crest, and then 7 is going to be the Herodic legendary sanguine cosmetic. Oh, all right, so put your troubled mind to ease before you succumb to the curse. The Crimson Plane is available July 13th through August 2nd. So a few weeks of that, about 2 and some change. New Elite Quest, Vowed in Blood. Talks about the different sort of lore, if you will, of the Blood Knights. You'll actually be allied with a Blood Knight as you investigate the missionaries' plots. And usually this gives you some decent XP, so this is probably worth doing. I may make a video about this. We'll see just how interesting it is, but we'll see. Moving on, Dread Pilgrimage. This is an event that's been going on for a while now, but starting July 17th, and this has been a lot of people's sort of question mark, is the final challenge of this event unlocks complete the Crimson Plane. Should you be victorious, multiple rewards fit you for a shadowy vampire hunter. Fit for a shadowy vampire hunter will be added to your collection. So a random 1-star legendary gem, a random 2-star legendary gem, Spiteful Blood 5-star legendary gem. Now this is the 5-star legendary gem that we just talked about a few videos ago that's coming out with this patch that is best in slot when it comes for PvP, and we're getting it for free, which is pretty crazy. Blood Rebirth Portal Cosmetic, Blood Rebirth Weapon Cosmetic for all classes, Blood Rebirth Armor Cosmetic for all classes. Now, we have reason to believe that this would be that Blood Rebirth Armor, and this is a free cross-class cosmetic. It looks like this is the Monk, and that one is sick, as well as the Necro over here. This is the Blood Knight for sure. This is a little talent thing that they carry around along with their polearm. And this looks like that's their left hand, probably a warrior. Yeah, warrior, indeed. And that's probably the Crusader. So not all classes shown, but definitely looks really cool for a free cross cosmetic just for playing for 1 year. We're really just playing for now, even if you just started and you're new to the game, which is pretty sick. So be sure to purify all objects in the Dread Pilgrimage event before they're reclaimed by Hell's armies on August 2nd. So basically, you get the 2 weeks and some change to finish, if you haven't already, all the different panels of the windows. And then if you do the last one, which unlocks on July 17th, you'll be able to get this cross-class cosmetic, which is really, really sick. Children of Inarius cosmetic set. This is one of the ones in the shop, and it will be available as a Blood Knight as well. If you have any interest in this cosmetic, it's not doing anything fancy for me, but it is there in case you're curious. It is not cross-class cosmetic, but again, they did offer in the shop where if you purchase a skin with orbs, that you can then buy a deluxe version or something or other that's for all classes. So you can purchase a higher paid one for all classes. But personally, I don't think that skin's kind of going to be worth it. Could look better in game. I have no idea. Would be kind of cool if the wings were different, similar to the other cross-class cosmetic that we got, but I don't think they would do that for one for just 1,000 orbs. But I could be wrong. Returning events. Fire Before Darkness. So what is this one? So from July 15, 3 a.m. to July 23rd, complete daily Fire Before Darkness tasks will unlock various milestone rewards. 1 legendary item, 3 rare crests, 1 Telluric Pearl, 1 legendary crest. Sounds great. All clans on deck. We're very used to this. This one goes live at July 22nd through July 30th. So literally just 1 week. Featured update. Class changes. Basically, as soon as the new update goes live on July 13th, up until August 2nd, you'll be able to change the cooldown for class change will be reduced to 24 hours. So you will have the ability to revert your previous class after each change with no cooldown as well. So basically, if I go into class changing on the 13th, switch to my Blood Knight, absolutely hate it, which I know I won't. I can revert back to my Crusader, which is the class I'm currently on, the same day, and then the next day switch to, let's say, my Wizard. Let's say I get bored of that, I'm gonna go back to the Crusader again, which was my original class I class changed from. I could do that again the next day. So you can basically change every single day, which if I'm willing to grind, I could really update all of my builds in this time, which would be kind of smart of me. Maybe I will do just that. Let's see. And then they did talk about this already. So the primary attribute, strength or intellect of equipped normal, magic, rare, and set items will now convert towards the primary attribute of your new class. This also applies to items in your inventory and stash. Oh, they actually added this. When I read this earlier, it didn't say that. It didn't have this part. I feel like it ended right there because I saw Lita's video talking about this, and it definitely didn't talk about this. I'm also losing my voice, so sorry in advance, guys. So for each legendary item equipped, you will receive legendary items with the exact same attributes. The primary attributes of the items will be adjusted for the class you're changing to. All previously equipped legendary items from your prior class will be moved to your inventory. As a result, you'll receive legendary items the first time you change to a brand new class. Any demonic remains will be converted to the class you changed to and retain their stats. Beginning the second time you change to a class, a set of transfer legendary items will be granted to you. These items cannot be salvaged for materials or extracted for legendary essences. So basically, you're going to be getting transfer legendaries that will have essences equipped to them, so that way you're not starting exactly from scratch, is how I'm interpreting this. Any empty slots upon transferring will be filled with transfer legendaries as well. Paragon point allocations will no longer be reset each time you change classes. Thank God. That was just more annoying than anything. But then, because you can also just re-roll it if you really want to, but there's so many different points now, and going through it all is really just obnoxious. So next is the legendary item transmogrification. Basically, once you unlock Essence Mastery 1, you'll be able to unlock a new transmog feature, which allows you to change the aspect of your gear with the specific legendary item. So each legendary essence or item that you pick up has a different look to it, and you can actually create your own skins basically with all these mix match options and then save them, which is basically what transmog is. It's from other Blizzard games such as WoW. That's where I'm familiar with it, but this is a pretty good addition, and it says this content update enabled 126 existing legendary items to be transmogged, which is pretty sick. It's a lot. It's a lot. We'll probably do some type of dress up or competition or something like that, because that'd be kind of fun to see what cool things you guys come up with this type of thing. So I look forward to this from a content standpoint. Some really exciting things we can do with that. So Battleground wall has been added for the defenders in phase 2 of Battleground to amend an issue where attackers would get boxed in and killed immediately after their spawn location shifted. When the spawn location shift, defenders will only be allowed to leave their previous spawn location, not re-enter, which makes sense. Charms, this one I don't really understand either. So basically they're adding the ability of destroying charms at rank 2 or 5, but they just got done removing that, so I don't know why we would add it back, unless you get the fodder back, which would be great. If not, then this is just kind of pointless, I guess. I don't know. Because I would never destroy a charm. I would still just upgrade it all the way and then sell it. But whatever, extract it and sell it. Chris Towers, players no longer need to sign up for content. Basically, you no longer need to sign up. If there's an open spot in your PvP match, you can just join, but you can only do that once a day. Pretty nice quality of life change there. All right, so Blood Knight cosmetics. With the introduction of the Blood Knight class, we have created a Blood Knight version of the below cosmetics. Going forward, any cosmetics that will be released will obviously include a version of the Blood Knight. So Anointed Immortal, which is armor and weapon, makes sense. Blood Rebirth, armor, weapon, and portal. That's the one that we showed up here, right there. Blood Rebirth. Moving on. Bronze Wardens. I feel like that was a battle pass. Children of Anarius. That's the other skin that was below the blood one. Exalted Immortal. Obviously makes sense. Once you're immortal, you get those skins. They made a Blood Knight version of it. Hatred's Heritage. This was the CROSS CLASS skin that they announced that they would be adding the Blood Knight to, which is why we picked it up. Inferno Within. I feel like this is one of the existing shop ones, the Inferno one. I could be wrong, but it's just the weapon. So maybe this is just the one that you can purchase like when you first start the game. You know what I mean? It's like a $2 or $3 bundle or something like that. Maybe that's what it is. I could be wrong. And then Scions of the Storm Agent. Now this is the one I think you get for beating. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the one you get for beating the Gauntlet, the Immortal Gauntlet, but I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, though. It sounds about right. And then beta credit, if you have any existing beta credits still from purchasing anything from the betas of Diablo Immortal, they'll be now transferred into Eternal Orbs. So all in all, these are really good patch notes. Very excited for the Blood Knight. A lot of good stuff coming. Free cross-class cosmetic and a free 5-star legendary gem. This is one heck of a reward for people that have been concerned and or complaining about either 5-star legendary gems or cross-class cosmetic. You're getting both for free. That's awesome. Massive W in my opinion. Let me know which of these skins of the new Blood Rebirth class you think looks the best. Honestly, so far I think the monk right here looks the sickest, but obviously the Blood Knight looks pretty awesome as well. Well guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Until next time, lock it in.